Hey everybody, what's up? I'm Eric. Welcome back to a very special episode of Cooking with Menik. This time in all HD, so now you can see my messy hair and my pathetic beard up close. Sorry I didn't shave for the occasion, but I've been stuck in bed sick all weekend, but I thought I'd get out here and do a special episode of breakfast. So, what's for breakfast, you ask? Well, it's not pancakes, it's not bacon, it's not eggs, it's not hash browns, it's waffles. So, come join me as you make a couple waffles for breakfast. Alright, so to make waffles, we need our ingredients. So, today we're going to be using, obviously, we're going to have a bowl to mix everything in. We're going to have some milk to mix with the ingredients. We have the waffle mix and Jemima. We have some Pam that we're going to spray on the waffle iron later on. We have some cooking oil, which is canola oil. I don't know what the difference between canola oil and vegetable oil is, but I'm assuming this will work, so that's what we're going to use. And we have 1 egg, so don't drop it. And we're going to mix all those together, put them in a bowl, then once all that's done, we're going to throw it on a waffle iron, cook it, eat it, and hey, we'll have waffles for breakfast. So let's get started. Okay, so first things first, we're going to pour 1 cup of Aunt Jemima mix into the bowl. So let's fill up 1 cup. That will probably be good enough. We'll throw that in there. Then I asked for 3/4 cup of milk. I don't have a 3/4 cup measuring cup, so we're gonna have to pour it into a 1 cup and just kind of eyeball it. So should look about just like that. Pour that in there. Next up, one of my favorite things to do is you're gonna use only 1 egg, so just crack the egg open, pour it in there. Just like that. And then last but not least, it says 2 tablespoons cooking oil. So get your tablespoon measuring things out. If you don't have a tablespoon measuring cup, just remember, I think it's 4 tablespoons to 1/4 cup. So you can just measure, like if you only had a 1/4 cup, you would measure that halfway. That give you 2 tablespoons. 1/4 of a quarter would be 1 tablespoon, and so on. So here we need 2 tablespoons cooking oil. So pour that in there. 1 more. Not really sure what the cooking oil does, but it says to use it, so that's what we're gonna do. And then once you have everything in there, it should look just like that. And we'll start mixing it together. Stirring everything together, just kind of like this. You want it until everything's all like smooth, like a baby's butt, pretty much. No clumps. Sorry, I said I was sick, like I said. But so yeah, just keep stirring until it pretty much just looks like smooth batter, where you don't see any clumps, no lumps. The egg doesn't look like you don't got like yolk floating around. Just keep going until you got something nice and smooth. But this kind of reminds me of like when you like bake a cake and like you like to like lick the stuff, except for this stuff doesn't have like sugar in it, so it actually doesn't taste that good. But it should look something like that once you got it all stirred up. Smooth, not very clumpy. If it looks too watery, you can always add a little bit more batter. Or vice versa, if it looks too lumpy, you can add a little bit more milk. Sorry again, I said I'm sick. But once it looks like that, we're pretty much good to go to the last step. So just spray a little bit of Pam on there, on the bottom and the top. And don't like let this thing like slam down and hit your finger. I did that once and it's not very pretty. Now that our waffle iron's heated up, last thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take our batter and we're gonna pour it onto the waffle iron. Now, in theory, like my brain's telling me this is not gonna work because it's gonna create like a big mess. Like, but I've seen people do it, so it has to work. So I'm just gonna pour like an even layer across the waffle iron. Once you, without spilling it somehow, I don't know how that's gonna work, but somehow we're gonna do it. Then we close the top over it, press it down, let it cook. Once it's done cooking, you just open it back up, and in theory, the waffles just slide right off, and you should be enjoying waffles. So we got our batter. Our waffle iron has Pam on it. It's been heated up, so we're going to the last step. Alright, so we're going to pour our batter onto the waffle iron. Just nice and slow is the way you should do it. It'll start kind of looking like that. And there you go. We'll let that cook for about, I don't know how long, 6-7 minutes maybe less, I don't know. We'll come back and check it and go from there. Okay, so about 10 minutes later, you should open it up and your waffle should look something like that. Signs of a good waffle. It's still a bit golden brown. You don't want it, too burnt, but you don't want it too doughy. So once you get like a golden brown look to it, it's pretty much good to go. So just take a fork or something, I don't know what, but this is where the pan comes into play. And there we go, a perfectly good waffle. So unplug the waffle iron. Waffle iron makes a kind of a mess, by the way, but I guess it's a little bit of a pain for pleasure. But let's go enjoy our waffle. Alright, so before we finish, we're not quite yet done. We got 2 last ingredients that we're missing. So obviously, the first one is butter. I can't believe it's not butter. Anyway, how much butter you want to use depends on how much you like butter. And I like butter. And secondly, syrup. Aunt Jemima original syrup, maple syrup. And again, how much syrup you want to use kind of depends on how much you like syrup. And guess what? I like syrup. So we're just going to use up the rest of the butter that's in here. Spreading butter on the waffle is actually kind of hard because of all those squares and stuff. But we'll make it work. Again, literally, like, I love butter, so like I'm always using like tons of butter on stuff. People tell you butter's like bad for you, but like I'm a skinny kid, so I don't think butter's gonna harm me. Anyway, I get kind of messy with butter, but whatever. Just make sure you get butter kind of spread evenly over the whole waffle. It'll be good enough. Something like that will work. And then you want to use the syrup. And how much syrup you want to use, again, depends on how much you like syrup. I don't like to drown it in syrup, but you gotta have a little bit of syrup, because waffle without syrup is, well, it's not really a waffle. I don't know, something like that will be good. That will spread its way over. And so your final product should look something just like that. Alright, I want to thank you all again for watching this very special episode of Cooking with Menik, the breakfast episode. It was either this or Cinnamon Toast Crunch for breakfast, so I think I made the right call, even though nothing wrong with Cinnamon Toast Crunch. But I'm enjoying my waffle. Butter, syrup, it tastes very good. Extremely good. So anyway, thanks again for watching. This is Menik signing off. Until next time. Bye.